Alright guys, thank you for coming back for another video. Reminder, I am doing a Pokemon 151 sealed in the plastic. Give you a little ASMR there. Giveaway at 1,000 followers, alright? So let's get up to 1,000 followers. If you like the content, let me know below. So let's get into it, right? Alright guys, so first card, it's going to be the 151 Erica's Invitation, okay? And I'm going to give a few reasons why. One, it's under $100. So the total PSA submissions is 6,473. The total number of them coming back as PSA 10s, 1,813, okay? So that gives our total return rate being 28%, okay? This card does not seem to grade well. So, simple supply and demand, it's under $100, okay? Average sale price being $71.27. That is a killer deal. Let's look at the artwork here. So, what's there not to like about this card? I'm not saying it's a $600 Moonbreon card or anything like that, but is it priced well at $71? Yes. Does it meet our budget of $100? Yes. Double yes. And it's a hard card to grade, so that's a triple whammy. We're going to throw it into the list. It's going to be one of my top picks. So let's move on to the second one. All right, guys, my second pick, and I feel, my opinion, that this card should be about $10 to $20 higher than it is right now. But regardless, it is another card from 151, the Dragonair, okay? Total PSA submissions, we're looking at 2,142 total submissions, and of those, only 906 of them have come back as PSA 10s. Extremely low supply. That also puts our return rate at 42.3%. So it's still under 50%. It's in the yellow in terms of how good does it grade. $67.36 being the average sale price for this. eBay right now, it is a little bit on the higher end. I think it's like towards the 70s, 80s, like last time I checked. But regardless, they do dip down into the 60s, and that's why it has the average sale price. Sometimes even the 50s, I think. But I haven't seen any in the 50s lately, but it seems to be on the slow up and ups. And that goes for all the 151 cards that I'm going to be talking about. So for my third pick, Paldea Evolved, Boss's Orders. Now, there might be people screaming at me about this card that it sucks, nobody cares about it. But anyway, total PSA submissions, 479. That's it, under 500. Of those, only 184 of them have come back as PSA 10s, okay? That is a total return rate of 38.4%. I don't think that there's enough numbers on this card to be like saying that it doesn't grade well, but I don't know. It's very low, but those are the numbers for now. Either or, average sale price for this card is $36. So why wouldn't you just want to have a PSA 10 for $36? Boss's Orders. I mean, it's a great card. He's got the chess. He's got a lot going on the table, and I'm sure everybody else does too. Why not be able to add a PSA 10 to your collection for $36? I don't see this card like becoming absolutely worthless, especially since Paldea doesn't have like the greatest pull rates in the world. But either or, must have for September, Paldea Evolved, Boss's Orders. So let's go to the next. So for my fourth pick, coming in, another 151. Don't freak out.
I don't know, calm down. Calm down.
But anyway, Poliwhirl, 1,841 total PSA submissions. Only 814 of them have come back as PSA 10s. Total return rate being 44% as of now. Average sale price, $68. That is killer. I have seen these as well, creeping up towards that $80 mark. So I think it's going to depend on popularity, scarcity, all that. So Poliwhirl, looking at himself, wondering why I'm not a $100 card, why you haven't picked one up in a PSA 10 for under $100, considering there's only 814 of them available on the market. What are you waiting for? So for my fifth pick, last 151 card that we're going to talk about for September, it is the Pikachu. Okay. Now, the reason I include this card, it does get up to that $100 mark, but it's Pikachu. But a lot of 151 cards are not grading well, okay? This Pikachu, 4,823 total submissions, only 1,972 of them are coming back as PSA 10s. Pikachu is a popular card, okay? More popular than I would assume the Poliwhirl, the Dragonair, and Erica's Invitation. So Pikachu being able to cop this card under $100 is a no-brainer. And if you're going to get a card this month out of 151 for under $100, I would argue the Pikachu is probably your best bet, if not one of the best bets based on preference and whatever you want to do, regardless. So $81 being the average sale price. I know more sales have been creeping up towards that $100 mark, but like I said, keep your eye on eBay and just don't jump on like the first thing you see. Like, be a little bit patient. And if the market does go up over $100, then, you know, your 10, 20 bucks shouldn't break the bank. And if it is, you shouldn't be investing in slabs. So let's get on to my next pick. So finally, we're going to talk about something that isn't 151 related. I know everybody loves 151. I do too. But Crown Zenith Mew. Total PSA submissions coming in at 4,595 total submissions. Get this, though. Get this. Only 1,359 of them have come back as PSA 10s, making the overall return rate for this card 29.5%. Okay? Average sale price being $47.67. That is crazy to me. I don't understand the market. Why, like, the market is fueled by emotions and stuff like that. Believe nothing of what you hear and only half of what you see, okay? The Mew is a tough card to grade. I think we can officially say at over 4,500 submissions, only 1,300 of them and change have come back as PSA 10s. Now, there is a lot of Crown Zenith about to flood the market, especially with Best Buy booster bundles, blah, 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 blah. I am interested to see where the numbers on Crown Zenith are going to go. I'm going to be keeping an eye on them to see how these cards continue to be graded. So, no brainer for me. The Mew is an incredible card. And speaking of Crown Zenith, I have another one. Let's get to that. All right, guys. Another Crown Zenith card that you have to pick up if you're looking to fill your collection with PSA 10s with slabs under $100 currently is the Crown Zenith Pikachu. All right. 19,511 total submissions, with 11,782 of them coming back as PSA 10s, making the overall return rate on these 60.39%. Okay. This card grades well. Okay. I wouldn't run to the average sale price, $53.04. So I wouldn't go running out towards this card. If I was going to choose a card this month to buy and I could only buy one for Crown Zenith, let's just say, run it, I would pick the Crown Zenith Mew. Right now, the set's gaining popularity. It's people are running the Sam's Club. There's a lot more cards that are about to flood the market. And they're going to continue to be flooded, considering that Best Buy is still taking pre-orders for the booster bundles. So we'll see where this goes. I'm going to be keeping my eye on Crown Zenith to see how this all plays out. But as of now, if the print quality stays the same, if not even a little bit better, the Mew has been incredibly hard to grade. So I would pick up the Mew before the Pikachu. Controversial, I know. Well, hey. Moving on to Astral Radiance. So, the Beedrill in Astral Radiance is another slept-on card, in my opinion. 3,600 and change total submissions, 2,228 of them being PSA 10s, making the overall return rate 61.24%. Great numbers, in my opinion, for trading cards. That is wonderful. Overall average sale price being $76 and change. So under $100. The card grades well. And what's there not to like about the Beedrill? I mean, look, they're all just flourishing in their own world, just hanging out. The gang is all here. So, yes, Beedrill does make my top 10 for September. So, let's move on to Brilliant Stars. Let's talk about the Arceus in Brilliant Stars, okay? Total submissions being 6,100 with only 3,600 of them and change coming back as PSA 10s, putting the overall return rate for us at 59.67%. Overall sale price being $73.72. Incredible card. I still remember Arceus and all that from the game back in the day. This is one of the GOATs. Okay? Like it, hate it, love it, whatever. At $73, this card's a steal. It's under $100. The card does grade well, so I wouldn't put it at like the utmost of priority. There's a healthy market, like in terms, there's a healthy supply of them as well. 3,600 cards, but it does meet the criteria. It is a slamming card. It's on the list. So moving on to the last but not least, we are talking about the Moonbryon from Brilliant Stars Trainer Gallery. I picked this up over the weekend, and I did not pay $25 for it. I'll tell you the backstory when I'm done. But we have the Umbreon with 4,622 total submissions, with only 2,656 of them coming back as 10s, giving us a return rate of 57.46%. Average sale price being $65.91 in a PSA 10. This, for me, is a must-have under $100. And since I have it in a raw, well, this is my daughter's card because I bought this for her. But it's not going to be at the top of my list to buy since I already have one in a raw condition. So, anyway, that completes the top 10 cards of September. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any feedback about this list, let me know. If you think I am completely dead wrong about any of these cards on the list and that they don't deserve a spot in the top 10 for September, let me know in the comments why. If you're going to pick something up because either you're already thinking about it or I shed some light on it for you, let me know what card you're going to pick up and why. I personally I'm not locked in on a single card yet, so I'm leaning towards the Mew from Crown Zenith, but then again, I think about like all the Crown Zenith that's about to flood the market, and I'm just like, I don't know if I should wait, or I don't know if I, you know what I mean, or maybe I shouldn't wait. You know, like you never know what the market's going to do, so I'm weighing my options, but I am leaning towards the Mew or 151. It's also, we're getting close to the holidays. There's rumors of reprints, restocks, all of that. 151 constantly going in and out of stock. So I am not 100% sure what I'm going to do. Astral Radiance Beedrill may be a good buy since it's very steady right now. Astral Radiance isn't flooding the market like Crown Zenith, but regardless, I don't have a crazy slab set. I own one slab currently, so you guys are joining me on my journey into starting a slab collection. I've never cared about slabs until recently, when I pulled a Charizard with my kid, and I wanted to savor that moment forever. I didn't care if it was a 10, I didn't care if it was a 5, I didn't care if it was a 7 or an 8. All I know is I pulled the Zard with my kid. Before this, the only PSA 9 and the only slab that I've ever owned to my name, and I have no shame in this because Yu-Gi-Oh, I don't even gotta say it. Pharaoh Servant, come on. We have the Dust Tornado and a PSA 9. That's it. I can't even tell you why I own this. I used to have almost a complete set of first edition Pharaoh Servant in the, what was it, the 15th anniversary binder. It's like all glittered, not glittered out, but it's like all shiny. It's got the 3 Egyptian god cards on the front. And I traded it in for $40 or something like that for store credit. Absolutely the worst decision card wise in this hobby, like in general, that I've probably have ever done. I've done some impulsive stuff, and I probably will impulsively do stuff in the future because I'm human, but that takes the cake. And that's why I emphasize and I try to tell people to learn from my mistakes, right? If you can learn from somebody else's mistakes, you're not 1, you're not 2. I would say you're 10 steps ahead of everybody else, because humans by nature are hard-headed and they don't listen. So don't be impulsive. And I'm going to put the general, or not the general, but like the whole list up here. I'll put it up here for you guys, and that way you can see. So stay tuned to the next video. Thank you again. Please like, comment, subscribe below. See you in the next one.